Hello there. So this is my shared with you inbox, and you can kind of tell that Dunklaw sends me a lot of stuff. Um, One of the things he sent me recently was a video uploaded by TheGenuineChristian, the artist formerly known as Yurachka, concerning, there being absolutely no correlation between John 8:58 and Exodus 3:14. Now, if there is any correlation, Aryans and human Jesus people are in deep trouble, so they try to explain away that there is absolutely, positively, utterly no correlation between Exodus 3:14 and John 8:58. They want that, they can have it, really, because even if there is absolutely, positively, utterly no correlation, Christ is still speaking the language of deity in John 8:58. And I'm going to show you how that is so. Let me bring up, actually before we do that, first I want to bring up Psalm 90 verse 2. And this is Moses saying to God, "Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God." So the Masoretic text, from which our Old Testament's translated from, says, "You are God." Okay? Now I want to look at the Septuagint. Here's the Septuagint in English. Let me zero in on it a bit. "Before the mountains existed, and before the earth and the world were formed, even from age to age, thou art." You are. The God was left out because it's simply understood, because God is. God exists in the present tense. It's an unchanging. There God was, there is, God simply is. You are. Here's the Greek of the Septuagint. Here's Psalm 92. Zero in on this a bit. Let me highlight it first, and then I'll zero in. Sui. That is the second person equivalent of ego eimi. If you're going to say, "I am a good person," you say, "You are a good person." Ego eimi, a good person. Sui, a good person. So it's basic. It is ego eimi, just being said of another person. You are. Sui. So in Psalm 90 verse 2 here, this is the language of deity. If God was going to do the talking here, it said, "Before the mountains existed, before the earth and the world were formed, from age to age, ego eimi." Okay? And when Jesus says to the Jews, and they're saying, "You said you've seen Abraham? Truly, truly, for Abraham was," ego eimi, I am. Before something ancient came into existence, before Abraham was, I am. Now, if Jesus wanted to simply claim that he existed before Abraham, he could have said ego ibarho. Which, and if you're wondering, well, this just doesn't, this means nothing to me, Mike. Well, need I point out to you, as I did a few months ago, if saying "before Abraham was" ego eimi is not using the language of deity, why is it that in the Witch Towers New World Translation in Greek, they changed what Jesus said from ego eimi to ego ibarho? They knew that a person who spoke Greek would read that, and it would be game over. They would realize that Jesus was making a claim of deity. So, for heirs who aren't necessarily part of the Watchtower, thank your buddies in the Watchtower for doing this. It just makes the Trinitarian case even stronger. Try to bring this up in Google Translate just to show you, in case you haven't seen the original Busted video. Google Translate. For Abraham came into existence, ego ibarho. This is not ego me. And other modern Greek Bibles retain ego me. So the issue is not, well, a modern Greek wouldn't understand ego me. So when Jesus was said, when he said before Abraham came into his existence, ego me, he was using the language of deity. Guys, you would just do well to get your minds around that and let God be God. Let God be one the way God has shown us how he is one in the scriptures.